and Twitch International Master William Paschall. Thanks everybody for joining me in advance. We're going to be playing Blitz here. Friday is 5+3, so open to challenges. I'm going to grab a victim to warm up with here. 5+3. There's a provisional. Whatever. Let me abort this game. Sorry, dude. I meant to take an established rated player. Didn't see we're provisional. With a question mark in time. Sorry to abort the game there, buddy. But I don't want to play dubious characters. I insisted everybody have at least like 50 games. Even in the warm-up games. End up playing like 15-minute games with unreliable entities. 2+3. Why do I have like no games that meet my criteria? Standard, chess 960, Blitz, rapid, and classical casual. That's not a lot to ask. Any rating. There's only 3 games that meet my criteria. How is that possible? 3+0, a little fast. How about a 5+0? Almost no games in the Seek here. 7+5. I guess, dude. Did I click the right one? This is gonna take forever. We'll play fast. Let's berserk. I'm berserking. 17. He's provisional too. Kick the other guy out. Alright. I'm playing 3+2. E3 poison. This is the bane of my existence. The people that play like this with white. Oh my god, it's so sick and solid. How many like 1500s really play like moves like rook c1? I mean, wow. It's insanely solid for white. There you go. Now you're playing chess. H3. Another solid move. So basically it's hard to do anything with this guy. He doesn't do anything. Just sit and wait. One of my last round opponents from the IM tournament I played 2 weeks ago. Black slightly better already. More flexible. Welcome to my stream. We've got beautiful music of the rain for you. A little bit of white noise. Perfect move, queen c2. Why did I have to play this? This player. He's playing queen c2. I just want to resign. Seriously. Who plays like that at this rating level? We can go for it here with e5. I don't know what to do. He'll play d5. Now my rooks are misplaced. d5. I'll have to move my rook, play bishop c8. Start all over again. But whatever. I actually anticipate him taking on e5, the least interesting move. Creating a totally symmetrical structure. It's probably a mistake. Objectively, maybe he should play d5. I expected take, queen a1. But I'm not sure it's good. You can always drop back here. Where is everybody? Asturbate's not even here. It's Friday. Sure. Easter's around on Fridays. Hello. Already making plans for the worst piece on the board to improve itself with bishop c8. Rook might be relevant here. Why did I agree to play this guy at 7+5? Oh my god. We're going to be here all day. No, I don't want to trade pieces with you. What's up, Jim? Look at this g4 move. Wow. That takes a real presence of mind to play that. Maybe white is a master after all. This exceptional move. I don't know, I kicked out one unrated to play another one. This one had 1, 20, 46 games, but what's the sort of etiquette for who starts a post-game analysis at a tournament? You know, maybe like it's not that strict. I never found it to be that strict. I mean, somewhere you'll find some etiquette expert saying like, I don't know, the winner or loser should offer first or something, but I don't really think that anybody pays that much attention to that anymore. I mean, this is a weird game, dude. All right. Bishop d3 instantly. Something really weird about this player. He has a good idea. He understands how important, like, that whole, like, stopping me from playing f5, but he just, like, is he going to sack his queen? Knight e5, pawn e5, queen e5, does it, like, win by force or something? Oh my god. Now his only move is knight e5. I don't have to take it. I could play a different order of moves, but I think I have to take something. Knight e5, knight e4, knight e7, no good. Knight e5, I have to take it, and then he frees his queen with queen e5. And rook on b8 is hanging. I'm up a piece, though. Kind of a scary player. I mean, he understood very important concepts. Played, but this getting your queen trapped in the middle of the board, just resigned. You gotta try knight takes e5 here. Give it a shot, man. Lucky you even have that. How bad is it? Yeah, I mean, the engine says it's less than one pawn. About one pawn down. It's a game still after knight takes e5. All right, let's get some real challenges that I can trust. I'm taking challenges from everyone who has an established rating. It's casual, it's 5+3. The 6.3 needs to re-challenge to the prescribed amount. By the way, I am playing in a rapid tournament tomorrow. Or FIDE rated rapid tournament. The time control of the tournament I am playing tomorrow is 10+5. Are there any 10+5 tournaments on lichess? Does anybody... It doesn't exist, right? It's actually like a very common officially rated FIDE time control. No, I mean, this is a rapid tournament with prize money. Jim, I think that there'll be like a few, maybe even a couple GMs. Yeah, I mean, but like all FIDE rated tournaments have increment. So 10+0 is not gonna 10+0 is not gonna help me. You know, I need to play with a 5-second increment. The lichess rapids are 10. You know, the hourly tournaments are like 5+0, 10+0, but there are sometimes other tournaments. I'll just have to like do some random challenges for 10+5 later today. All right. It's basically double this time control. I mean, I'll play 10+ anything, 10+3, 10+2, but 10+ something. At least it will simulate playing 10+5. But 10+0 doesn't simulate it. 10+0 is a completely different game where the clock becomes the dominant factor. No, increment. This delay thing only exists in the United States. I mean, as far as I know. That's not used anywhere else. I don't know. Do they use it somewhere else? I thought that was an exclusively American thing. Yeah, anyway, let's just play some Blitz. Double the time control was what I need. Playing 10-minute with some kind of increment, because the increment changes everything. The game becomes about the game, not about the clock. Shuge. You can, basically, like, okay, the important thing is that you have seen it in tournaments that aren't US based. It's interesting. Anytime there's an increment, the game becomes about the board. You have to win on the board. That's the point of increment. If you have a winning position, you should be able to win it. If you have a drawn position, you should be able to draw it. You can't just rely only on time. So, I don't want to play 10 plus 0 as a training time control for 10 plus 5 games, because it's just a completely different thing. Your whole mindset is different with sudden death. That doesn't help me. I'd rather just play 5 plus 3. Reverse berserk. Give myself 10 minutes. Alright, so we had this with Morales last simul, and he did like a crazy thing. Morales did a crazy sacrifice against me. Creative. Blah blah is done. I'm not gonna come on my stream with this. I was nice enough to take the guy off the banned list and unblock him, and he comes on my stream talking trash. You're just done. Go on. I don't need to tolerate idiots like this. I mean, it's just... I have every right to suspect people of cheating. I was nice enough to take him off the banned list, and he comes on my stream. Immediately, the first thing is some idiotic comment. You show your true colors. You're just a troll. Alright, next. A troll is a troll. Actually, it was more the comments that bothered me, you know, than anything from the guy. He was banned more for his comments, not for being a cheater in the first place. I try to be a good person. I really do, but I'm not in the mood for it. Better things to do than police people's trolly comments and behavior. So castles... We have to be a little bit careful about our king position. I'm a little concerned about f5. I'm also concerned about queen b6. Maybe I'm being paranoid here. I mean, queen b6 is kind of far off from being an actual threat, so I don't think that should be a priority. You still have your doubts about Merle. Jim, can you please, like, look at the score of games that the guy played against me? I think I tolerated him for a long time because he was like non-offensive. But I basically suspected him of being a cheater for like 2 years, you know. And basically I thought he was, but he was non-offensive. He didn't rub it in. He didn't try to make me look stupid. He was funny and nice and didn't, you know, gave me draws most of the time. It's like not even a question in my mind, dude. I don't know. I can't imagine how he wasn't a cheater. I was like 99.9% certain about Merle. But I just tolerated it like for a long time on purpose because he was nice. And I mean, wow, Queen D7. I mean, if he's not a cheater, dude, the guy was like 2400 master or something. He would have to be enormously strong. It's like a plus score. Never has a losing position. Almost never makes a blunder. If he wasn't nice, I would have banned him a long time ago, you know? He was pleasant. He never ever trolled the stream. He constructively, like, you know, submitted games for a subscriber stream. He was like, but finally, you know, it just got to me. Of course everyone blunders. I blunder every day. So who gets a strong player? I mean, 2086. Now I feel like an idiot for playing Rook F1. Well, all right. I mean, I don't know. G4? The only other option would be to play like Bishop G5, and I think that just walks into other dangers. If G4, he can sacrifice a piece. But honestly, the annoying comments and trolly sort of behavior in the stream bothers me more than people actually cheating. It distracts from my stream, so. This, of course he could sack a piece here and try to play F5 to open the game. But still, you know, 2 pawns for a piece is not exactly, not really enough materially. It's like my instinct. Here we go. So F5 will be his primary source of counterplay. Queen D3, F5. King G1. How about Bishop F3? All right, I mean, the time is going to be a big problem here. Screw that. I am not down with the open F file. You can have another pawn. King is on an open file, really? Which open file is that? This open file? You mean the G file? It's not an open file. There's only one open file on the board. This line. Half open file is distinctly different from an open file. That's very, very important. What are we going to do? It doesn't distinctly seem that safe. Well, I'm about to lose on time. It's always good. Well, he actually made a mistake there. A very small one. Maybe not that significant of a mistake. This move was totally unexpected. What is that? What is knight e5? Why would you play that one? How can I predict that move? Obviously, if his 3 pawns get down the board, I'm in big trouble. But I have pawns of my own. 2 bishops are pretty good. What? Paralyzed. What? He dropped a piece. Oh my god. That was a great game by Black. Even now he's better. Okay, he's 1 pawn up, but his 3 pawns are extremely, extremely dangerous here. I think Black's still better. Yeah, it's like winning according to the engine. Wow. Just winning. He's only up 1 pawn. Materially. But this is just so strong. He's got me almost in a mating net. My king's going to have to go up to h4. That was a great game. Man. I don't have any self-confidence. Black played with incredible self-confidence. I played with like none. This position is like clear advantage to white according to the engine. And I'm like afraid that I'm clearly worse. I wanted to play this move, but I didn't know how I was going to do this. After king g1, I thought he had really strong play. I don't know, dude. This position is hard to evaluate. I thought I was worse. Very easily, maybe worse, or I had to find like perfect moves. The computer wants to play queen e1. I mean, I wouldn't even consider putting my queen on that square. In line with this, like, the rook coming over to e8. Why on earth would you play queen e1 in this position? Your queen's hanging, I guess you have to move your queen, So the plan is queen e1, f5, king g1, I thought. King e3. Of course. I couldn't see this. Would Korchnoi find king e3? This is like the best move for white. The only move for white to get an advantage. If your opponent plays this move in this position, you should report them as computer to lichess, because, I mean, there's no way. Either they're like 2700 or they're a computer. I mean, if somebody plays against us, you know. I mean, I guess this idea of coming over here is actually fairly logical. But it seems so far away, you know. It's not like you're on e3 already and you can go like king d3, king c2. It's basically a long trip, you know. I mean, I would never ever consider that move. That's the only way that white can have an advantage, according to the engine. Queen e1 is okay. I thought the point was to play queen e1, f5, and then king g1 and transfer the queen over here. But actually, it will never get there because black will play f4, which is a really strong move. Tough position to play. Anyway, it's a risky variation. All right, learning chess. We're very lucky to win there. Pawns can't be divided. It's not really about pawns. It's just a way of measuring it. Don't think about it too literally in terms of pawns. Maybe we should change the name of Senate pawns to something else, you know, more conceptual. I don't know. It's not good to think about it in terms of literal pawns, really, too much. Think of it as just a numeric advantage of some sort, you know, just a measurement. Yuka did a good job and lost on time, basically. I thought I was maybe okay in the final position because I have passed pawns and the two bishops, but Engine thought I was losing completely. His bishop's too strong on g4, and my king isn't safe. Reverse Grunfeld. So tomorrow I'm playing 10 plus 5, 9-round rapid tournament. Do you guys know how many tournaments have been canceled due to the coronavirus? Reykjavik just got canceled. Big Open in Reykjavik in Iceland. I think it's a little bit bordering on overreacting. There was a major Open canceled in Dubai. But, you know, in the Middle East, I kind of understand. I mean, Iceland has, what, like 15 people with coronavirus? Feels like a bit of an overreaction. That's very disappointing. There's also really big news that, yes. Well, I don't think Rajabov withdrew. I think he was withdrawn, you know. This is important. He hasn't released a statement yet, but he's been replaced by Maxime Bachar-Lagrave. It almost certainly has something to do with coronavirus. My speculation is that he had some reservations or maybe problems with the way the organizers were handling it, and they didn't want to deal with him, so they just kicked him out. But I think there's going to be a scandal, most likely. No, I don't think it's like he was afraid, you know, and I don't know. It definitely has something to do with coronavirus. But they seem like they were heavy-handed. They didn't negotiate with him, they just kicked him out. Learning chess 1200, rook c8. That's an advanced move. Not sure if it's good enough or not. In a way, it's unfortunate. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? It's it's still like 3 weeks until the candidate starts, and I mean the Chinese guys, we don't know what's going to happen with them. There could be further complications. Learning chess just blundered. Queen d7 was probably a normal move there. But it's risky to play, you know, such an aggressive system for black, honestly. With, I mean, basically learning chess, you're playing like you're white. With black, you have to be very, very careful. Your tempo down. I would recommend playing something a little more conservative. This is like the most aggressive way you could play, establishing that big center. But you're a tempo down. You're not white. Black has to be extremely precise. I think bishop e6 is a good move. Actually, rook b8 was played by Ivanisevic and some others. I think rook b8 in this position, it's been played instead of bishop e6 rarely too. Anand likes bishop e6, but he just lost a piece here. I mean, I don't like what happened to Rajabov, but as far if the tournament was just to take place the way it is now, I'm happy that, you know, I'm happy to see Maxime Paschall in the tournament. I'm not happy about the conditions, how it happened, and I'd much rather see like Alexeyev be the one rather than Rajabov, who gets kicked out, who doesn't really deserve to be in the tournament. But whatever. You're going to play tournaments, and my first in a month. Any tips on how to prepare? Hugo, your first is in a month. You've never played in a tournament? Seriously? Wow. I assumed like you were a player, you know, judging by your strength here, nearly 2100. I just assumed you would be like, have already been a tournament player. Wow, that's yeah, I mean, it doesn't automatically carry over. Like, the biggest problem is time. I think, I mean, I don't know if you've ever played, like, longer games and what time control you're going to play. But I think for online players, the biggest problem is adjusting to long games. You know, you're just not used to it. I grew up playing, like, 6-hour, 7-hour games in many cases. You know, so I was used to that. But if you're playing online, I mean, sitting there at a board and playing for 4 or 5 hours in some cases, which are the longer games today, you're going to play classical, only play, yeah, the 45-45. But I mean, against me, you lost on time. You played 45-45 on lichess. So maybe that won't be such a bad problem. The two-dimensional board, for younger players who never really played with an over-the-board set, can be a big major issue. Sit on your hands. It has to be hard to adjust to playing over-the-board chess coming from online. I can't imagine, you know, being opposite, what that's like. I mean, I started playing online chess in 1992, so I've adjusted to that since the beginning, really. But I would say, like, adjusting to the time, you know, is the main thing. Using your time. Stamina, too. Yeah, I mean, make sure you, like, eat enough. You have energy. But don't eat, like, right before you play. I think Walter Brown, who was, like, a 6-time U.S. champion, and I were friends, and he was always swearing that he would never ever eat like right before he plays. You should or eat something light if you're gonna eat. Make sure there's like an hour before you eat. probably. But having energy is really important for a long game like that. Even if you just eat snacks till a terzo. I was laughing when Terzo brought like a whole bunch of bananas. I've never seen anyone do that. He came to the IM tournament some years ago I played in. Like a whole... He was just eating like 5 or 6 bananas during the game. But that's probably like an ideal snack, like while you're playing or something. But it's rude to eat at the board, so I would just step away from the table. But I would avoid too much caffeine, eat lightly, eat a good meal like an hour before you play. An hour or two before the game, but not too close. Stamina is really important. Managing the time, using the time you have. Getting used to the two-dimensional board, but... Finally. Learning chess. Yeah, I mean, I was really nervous in my first tournament. I was just a kid. I was like 12. I couldn't sleep the night before. You know, it's just normal for a 12-year-old kid going to some new adventure. But, obviously getting rest. It takes a while to adjust, though. I would think like it takes like 2 or 3 tournaments, at least, to feel like you're comfortable. Where is the mate? What's the quickest mate? Gotta be a faster mate here. That can't be the fastest mate, right? What did I do wrong? Asterbate always emphasizes like that he gets these like mates correct. I had queen takes e5 mate in 2. Didn't even see I had queen takes e5. It's funny. Queen takes e5. Alright. I will play Huga a second game, but first I want to give a couple other people a chance to play. In honor of... Normally I would only play the subscribers probably 2 games, but in honor of your first tournament, it will play you a second game. I've got my rapid... Tonight I'm going to try to play some rapid games here online. I haven't played much lately. 10 plus something. I've got 10 plus 5 tomorrow. Gonna try to get the rapid rating over 2400. I just don't know what my K factor is. I should check my old FIDE rating results from like 5 years ago. The last time I played in a rapid tournament, it's been at least like 4 years ago. It's crazy. I don't think I played a FIDE rapid tournament since like 2016. The last 4 years have gone by so fast. I'm 2360. I think I was like 2403 max in rapid. I think I just went over 2400. I've only had a rating since like 2000. Yeah, 2000. I don't know, 8 or something. I think FIDE Rapid hasn't been around that long. I don't even have a Blitz rating. But I did eke over 2400. I don't know if that changes my K factor for Rapid or not. That's the question. In normal rating system, if you go over 2400, I think you automatically get a 10 K factor. I would assume it would work the same way in Rapid. 2016 April, so I was right. Can you tell my K factor? If you click on like a tournament, you should be able to see the calculations and be able to tell what my like K factor was. I can check later. Is 1,000 lowest you could get on FIDE? I don't know. I actually don't know. This is interesting. This is almost like a line I played. But something slightly wrong. If bishop g4, can you play bishop g4 here? I take on e5 probably. It's very like a Roy Lopez. Pretty good one for white. Castles. By the way, Jim, did you join us last night? I was really tired toward the end of the stream. No problem at all. Subscribed. Please support the stream, guys, by subscribing and donating if you can. You can also make a PayPal or Streamlabs donation. So I liked your game against that you submitted. You had an interesting idea there against Zhigalko, where you probably I don't know. Did you watch my analysis? Where I recommended like black playing a6 and b5 and whatever, but e6 seems like a really good. Although it looks slow, e6 is like kind of freezing white's options in the center. I think it almost works. You have less space. I'm still not sure I would play that system, but it's interesting, Knight a5. So interesting. If I play bishop d3, has bishop g4, h3, bishop h5, I'm in this really annoying pin. So how do we deal with this? White should be better in this Roy Lopez-like position. Your 2K on lichess, your FIDE is 1052. I played this girl from Mongolia whose FIDE rating was like 2400. And we got paired in this rapid tournament, and her rapid rating was like 1600. I was like, no, this isn't okay. This is not okay. This is not fair. That's just ridiculous, It's not fair. I mean, I shouldn't have to play a 2400 strength player in rapid chess whose real strength is 2400 and their rating is 1600. She had this like old rating left over from 5 years without playing, and then it gets counted like that. I mean, come on. That's so stupid. That was like the last tournament, one of the last tournaments where I played. I was hysterical. It seems like FIDE there'd have to be some sort of adjustment, Like your rating shouldn't be allowed to be 800 points different or something. This is a really annoying position. I have no idea what you're supposed to do here with white. Not that for black, though. He definitely didn't find the right move there. And the whole point would be, I guess, knight c5 or knight c4. Fear, nerves, lack of stamina, lack of concentration. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to just necessarily immediately play as well as you would on 9. Black screwed this up. I think he was almost out of the woods on his way to grandmother's house when he played b6. Yeah, the walking around a lot, you know. I do it too. A lot of experienced players do it because they're nervous or whatever reason. Maybe their legs hurt from sitting too long. But it's not really good. I mean, you know, the ideal thing to do is to sit there, concentrate, and spend all your time at the board if you can do it. There are certain situations where I like to get up from the board. Maybe, let's say I just like blundered and I want to feign confidence. There's an instance where you might want to walk around. Of course, if it's a very unusual behavior, then you probably don't want to do it. It might be a tell that gives away, you know, what's really happening. But I mean, walking around a little bit occasionally is okay, but doing it constantly, you know, instead of thinking, you should be sitting at the board thinking. I mean, that's the point. I want to look at this game afterwards. I guess my last move wasn't the best. We're still winning. I think he was completely fine if he had played knight c4 instead of b6 or knight c5. Knight c5 loses a piece, so he has knight c4, threatening b2. Maybe I can play like b3, allow him to take on d2, and I'm like slightly better. I just wasn't real thrilled with the way I played this. Illegal. I played tournament games where I went across the street and bought some beers and came back to the Chess Federation. Illegally drinking during my game. Actually, I used to like the old time control where you had lots of time. When I grew up, the most common time control was 40 moves in 2 hours. There was tons of time. You literally could like walk around during your game, check out everybody else's games, have extra time to stand around and chat with your friends. It was a little bit too much. Does this even threaten anything? Not clear. Yeah, I mean, smoking. I used to smoke. Now smoking is difficult. I joke how Russian Grandmaster Vladimir Yepyshin, he sometimes would smoke 2 cigarettes at the same time. Conserve time. Man. It's like the ugliest position in the world. Yeah, I don't see a good way of protecting my e4 pawn. It's unbelievable. How do I make progress here? It's crazy. What am I going to do? Like, just retreat? I have to retreat and defend my stupid pawn. How else can I play? I don't see a way forward. Okay. That's a little too much. You had bishop e6 there. I mean, you don't have to give up your queen. It's over. A fighting effort. It's amazing how hard it is to win with an extra queen. Let me see this. Want to see the opening when I decided to play bishop d2. Like, I wasn't thrilled with my position, actually. But again, I'm being pessimistic. I think I'm pessimist by nature. What is the best move here for white in this position? Knight b5. Didn't even consider it. Knight e2. Also didn't really consider it. So I played bishop d2. It's a lame move. I mean, but what am I supposed to do in this position? My issue is that, like, if queen d3, you can play queen c4 and offer a trade of queens, for example. Maybe queen e2 or something like that. But you have to play knight c4 here. Trading the knight on the side of the board for my bishop on d2 is actually good for you. I will probably have to go back, like the computer's recommending. It was almost like a trick, like, I'm just praying you let me play b3 or whatever to stop your knight, to imprison it on a5. Guys, welcome to the stream. Asterbait, welcome to our Friday stream. Zen Chess subscriber, Blizzard subscriber, but we're not taking subscribers first. I just want to mention you guys. Credit where credit is due. Friday, I just take the challenges as I get them, except for Huga, who already played. Jim, did you see what my K factor is when you looked up my last tournament? I'm sorry, I didn't notice if you answered. If not, no problem. I don't even know how it works with rapid ratings. Oh, okay, you saw it on the FIDE site. Knight h6 is an interesting move, unusual. So h4, we try to annihilate him. Go for direct annihilation. Whenever there's a knight h6, the possibility of this, can't be met by h5 or h6, so it increases in strength. The push h4, h5. Ponda. No, he just didn't really realize what I'm doing. We snuck him. The element of surprise. All right, we snuck him with the element of surprise. Zen Chess, go to play. Go to play, serving on letters. All right, after a couple more challenges, if we start running out of challenges, I'll take Huga again, but let me get some new players. Oh no, Zen Chess. Zen Chess, connoisseur of Nydorf, crushing me recently. It seems like just yesterday. The brilliancy. Did you have me beat last game too, Zen Chess? I forgot. Thank you for the game. I forgot our last game. Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now. It was a battle. Was a battle. Yeah, I mean K20, it could be, Jim. But if it's K20, that's good. That's better than K10. That means I don't have the minimum K factor. That would be good. That's what I'm hoping. Oh man, I don't really like the reverse classical. I have a rapid tournament tomorrow, is what I'm talking about. That's my last one, Hotel Meadows Rapid Open, March 2016. Yes. That's the last rapid tournament I played 4 years ago. I lost against the Mongolian girl. I can't remember her name. It's too difficult to pronounce. But I might have lost another game to Bodhi Tibor. I think. Not a tournament I really wanted to remember. There was this kid, he's like 2300. He's sort of autistic, a little bit autistic. I don't know what his problem is, but the guy like he was only 2100 when he played this game against me, where he literally played like a brilliancy, like an unbelievable. He played like this unbelievable, ingenious combination at the end of the game, and I lost. And I was sitting there bewildered, just thinking about the combination and how insanely genius he was. And I wanted to like record the position. And the guy was like so, I don't know, socially unaware or anything. He just like took the pieces and like set them up again. I was like, what are you doing? You know, I wanted to like record the position and write it down, because we didn't write down the moves. It was rapid chess. It was like nothing. He didn't care that he just played like this insane brilliancy. All he cared about was like, well, the game was over. That was it. It was a result. You know, we're going to go like write down the result now. Made no difference to him that he just like annihilated me like with this insane brilliancy. Just totally didn't care, you know? I was like, dude, what are you doing? I want to like write down the game. Now I'm not going to remember the position. Talk about results oriented. All right. I'm terrible with sleep. I don't know if it's because of changing, like my sleep schedule is different. Sometimes I stay up late. Sometimes I use electronic devices. Sometimes I drink coffee too late. Maybe just general anxiety. Lately I've been sleeping really badly. Sleep is hugely important. You know, some people have like therapists, like sleep therapists. They have a lot of money and a really good job. It's probably a good idea. I could use a sleep therapist. Last night, I have no idea why I couldn't sleep. Maybe not enough exercise. There's so many factors. Plus, it rains like every day here. You don't even want to go outside. It's raining now. It's been raining for like a week. But yeah, you're right, Blizzard. It's like super important to be rested. If you're younger, you can tolerate it better. But even when I was a kid, even when I was a teenager, like playing 2 long games in one day was like devastating. Devastatingly difficult. Even when I was like 17 or 16 or 15, I mean, still I was like exhausted after playing like 2 games. So imagine if you're like in your 30s or 40s, how hard it is. but it is super important. I hadn't been sleeping well the last week. I played in this poker tournament last Friday that just like messed up my sleep schedule really bad. We basically didn't sleep a whole night. I haven't really recovered since that. I guess the older you are, the harder it is for your body to adjust to stuff. Zen chess here, super solid. Now I can get in d4 though. We've conquered the d4 square. Conquered California. There are some questions about the pawn structure here. 2 islands versus 3. How many islands would you like? How many lumps of sugar in your coffee? Technically, Zen chess has the better structure with the fewer islands, right? Maybe I should just play d5. Just leave me with an Islani. Great. No. Tough position. I'm a little concerned about the central pawns. Do I have time for b4, b5? We could be blackjack card counters. Uber driver. You wouldn't be the first chess player from the Boston area to become a card counter. Do you remember Peter Howe? Did you know him? He was a master. He got to master and joined one of those card counting teams. Moved to Vegas. Do you think that the guy who played this brilliantly remembers the position anyhow? It's possible. Likely. I mean, he seems like a kind of autistic genius. So maybe that's why. Maybe he, like, for him, he just couldn't even understand why I cared, you know. I freaked out. I was like yelling at him, like, "What are you doing, dude?" I'm trying to remember that position. It wasn't that I was just pissed because I lost. I was legitimately like amazed by this position. I wanted to like write it down. This player, he's very talented, but he plays too fast, and he still got to like 2300. Oops. Knight d5, you didn't do that. Should offer a take back. Oh man, I thought I was hanging. I'm such a jerk. I should offer a take back. Alright. How's the ending? A draw? Rook on the 7th? Not enough? I thought you dropped a piece. That's funny. A little bit arrogant. I really thought you lost a piece. How's the minor piece ending? It's a draw. Draw. Would you like a draw? I could be worse, easily. Very easily. The slightest mistake. Because of my pawn structure. Not thrilled about this. This move, yeah. Shall I play e4? Probably not a bad idea. I have to watch the d4 pawn after that. There's also maybe b5. Just seems stupid to play b5 now. Doesn't even do anything. He'll just ignore it. Maybe I should go for b5. blackjack seems counterculture, really? Yeah, 6 decks. A single deck, you can do it, man. Weedmaster. Even Weedmaster counts. He's just an amateur. Uh-oh. There's bishop e6. I guess now we have to go. But he's forced me, against my will, to advance my central pawns. Against my will, I said. Leave my pawns out of this. Zen chess is tough. Is white better? I'm not convinced. Thank God for good kings. Now I can play f5, of course. f5, d5. Takes d5. What do you want to do? Man, time. Okay, f5. Not clear. Man, he's tough. Oh no. You found that even. Acerbate is counterculture. What is happening? Dude, how much more solid can you get? No. That was a stupid move by me. You mean to tell me that bishops are stronger than knights? Look at this guy. You're not even going to do that. I was really scared you had like knight c2 there. Oh my god. Do you have knight c2? I'm not even sure about the rook endgame, but when he played knight b5 here, he could go knight c2, go after my b4 pawn. I have rook b6. It's the only move that really holds. Yeah. At least in the endgame, I seem to have a semblance of understanding what I'm doing. Unlike the middle game. Tough battle. Cheers to Zen chess. It looks like this knight c2 would really hold on. At first I thought I have rook b6. But then knight e3 or what? I looked at this. This I had no idea. Like I sacked 2 pawns. This is like how I lost 2 weeks ago to a 2100. I sacked 1 pawn for king position, then another pawn for king position in endgame. And then finally, after trying, I was like 2 pawns down. I had a repetition, 3-fold repetition, and had to take it. Same thing probably here. I would lose because I'm trying too hard to win. Still hungry and waiting for title victims. You're gonna have to wait one more. Have to wait through one more. Because it's Friday, we don't take the subscribers first. But you don't have too long to wait. Alright, knight f3. Go to pla. Go to play. Maybe he has a keyboard like mine. My numbers. My 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, and zeros are not really working on my keyboard. I hate the on-screen keyboard. Maybe his Y key doesn't work. Alright. We're taking challengers 5+3. Got another hour remaining for the stream today. I was leaving 2 rooks on the board out of principle. I feel like we had the same position against somebody last week. What position are you talking about? I mean, I think the biggest significant difference in positions is like, yeah, 1 rook versus no rooks. Yeah, I want to play 10 plus 5. Yeah, I mean, Martin Kessler, years ago, I used to work on Internet Chess Club, and we used to do commentary for this thing called Chess FM. So actually, I have a lot of experience for years doing commentary on like real chess events, but I haven't really been doing anything on that except recorded stuff. E4 is an interesting move here. Probably not very good, but it's kind of ironically interesting. Yeah, oddly enough, the guy who I used to work with contacted me recently regarding he wanted to get back into that. But I don't know about him, but I mean, I would consider doing some kind of, it's just that there's a lot of competition. I mean, there's a lot of people broadcasting, you know. Obviously, like Chess24 does a lot of stuff. I'm just not sure, you know. It's also very time consuming to cover live events. But I used to get paid, you know, by the hour to do it. I mean, that's a different story. Doing it on my own for a Twitch stream, I could try, you know, and see how it was received. It's probably a good idea to just try it. If it would be worth it or not, you know. It seems like if you start broadcasting an event, like you should do the whole game. not just like an hour or two of it, for example. Whoops. My bad. Whoops. They'll be back. Correcting the pawn structure. Yeah, because I mean, I might be better. I really do have a lot of experience, you know. We did it for years. I mean, I was working for Chess FM like between 2005 and 2009 or something. I mean, 5 years. And I've made like, I have massive experience doing audio chess recordings. So I hope that I'm good. Better than most. I mean, I should be, because I have far more experience than most people doing specifically that. If chess doesn't work out, I might start doing like audio. I was thinking about doing like audio books. Maybe we'll just, there's got to be a huge competition for that though. Like Audible. Can you imagine like how many people try to get the job like doing the Audible voice recordings? I don't think I want to do that. Millions of people. Go to Pla. Go to Pla's position is Andrew Martin, yeah, for example. Andrew Martin has one of the way more experienced people than me. Andrew Martin, Danny King. Chicharinev, remember from Chess FM? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Actually, I did tons of videos. The ICC is stupid. Like, they just, like, put them in a file somewhere and lost them. We had, like, tons of videos that were never even... It's crazy. Like, that I recorded a game analysis that never got even put up, probably. How strong is Go to Pla? 1457. This is a subtle idea to allow the double pawn there. I mean, sometimes you play people and you think, okay, he's a genius. You know, maybe he's just lucky. Rook b8. Well, Sandro overworked? Jesus Christ, man. That's not right. That whole situation, dude. I mean, I hate ICC. I used to work for them. I mean, they're cheap. They want people to like work for them for free. Of course he's overworked. It's ridiculous. I had to stop doing any events on there because they're so irresponsible. I mean, they basically screwed me over. I was a very loyal worker for ICC. But politics got involved with their site. They had a lot of issues. I think that Go to Pla is a little stronger than 1400. I'm going to guess. Maybe I'm just paranoid. That's the problem playing just random people. But I mean, this guy is... Look at his time use. He's used a whole minute to play like a genius. No, ICC is doomed, dude. I mean, if you screw over people who are faithful to you, I mean, what do you think is going to happen to your business? That's like, obviously basic. How is this guy 1400? Give me a break. Exceptional play with the pawns. I should just resign. Just very subtle play. This maneuver with the bishop here, allowing the isolated double pawn on f6 is an exceptional decision. I think that black is playing uber well. Uber well, uber driver. Am I lost yet? I don't want to play engines. I really hope black isn't using an engine. But based on the rating and the speed of play, I'm pretty concerned here. You can't beat this rating and play like that. It's physically impossible. We'll just resign. Let's check the analysis board. Let's check the, let's check the, maybe we should check the game. This is probably a computer. Why do you have to waste my time by using a computer? It doesn't help me, it doesn't help you. It doesn't have a point, dude. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not even going to dwell on it. Alright. Wait. Hugo, wait one more game, please. I'm going to let Blizzard play. He's a subscriber and he didn't play yet. Alright. If you can please re-challenge me, Hugo. I will take your challenge, but let Blizzard go first. The last game was just to whatever, 1400, and you play like you're a master. It's ridiculous. I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to see it. I don't want to know. Why waste my time? The time was actually the deciding factor there. If he used all of his time and gets to that position, maybe I could believe he was like 1700. But to play the whole game in like 1 minute like that, it's ridiculous. Yeah, this is Karpov, of course. Karpov, Kasparov, Karpov, Kamsky. One of the most important games quoted by everyone is Karpov, Kamsky. E6. No average player would just like let you double their pawns on f6 instantly without fearing those doubled pawns. Would be some sort of weakness. I mean, the last game was just a joke. It's a cheater, dude. I'll look at the rest of the games and after the stream and report them if I think they're doing it on a regular basis. But I don't like to report people based on one game. I really don't. I mean, everybody thinks I'm paranoid and I'm constantly accusing everyone of being computers, but I very rarely have to report people for being cheaters. I mean, like once every few weeks, probably. 95, E6, F4. Yeah, whatever. It's just some really stupid kid. Usually it's like little kids who think it's like they don't understand that they're just wasting my time. And I can't tell that they're a computer or something. I've been playing computers since 1985. I would never know what one plays like. So queen b6 here. The main move is knight to d7. I guess I've played king h1 in this position. Maybe e3 is normal. And I tried to play king h1. Karpov likes bishop e3 instead of e3. Bishop e3, bishop g1. So I have played king h1 before, but it's like kind of a fancy move. The problem is this move prevents me from playing bishop e3 by attacking the b2 pawn. I can't play a3. I'm dropping the d4 pawn with check. King h1 works tactically, but it's not really that constructive of a move. Zen Chess is promoting ICC. It's a little late for that, Zen Chess. I didn't mean it as a promotion for ICC. I won't even play on there anymore. I mean, I was dissed by the heartless, stupid owners. Happy to see that our company go under. The problem that happened with the site was that the original creator of the site and his wife got divorced, and it caused this huge this huge chaos and like rift in the company, and then all sort of hell broke loose. But that's like the short story. Anyway, it's a dinosaur, it deserves to die, be put out of its misery. Oh yeah, they screwed me over. They gave my job to someone else. It was totally criminal. It was a long time before Yermo was doing videos on ICC. Yermo never made a video in his life until like, I don't know, 2010 or something. But Yermo I have no problem with. Most of the people there are okay. They had huge problems with themselves. Okay, why don't we like concentrate on chess for a change? I don't really think this line is good for Blizzard's style. He's very, very strong tactically, but it's almost 100% positional play, this variation, with a few tactics here and there, like sacrifices on the pawn chain. Blizzard, how come you have a queen on b5 in every game? Every game your queen is like out in some kind of crazy exposed position. They're really hopeless, that site. A few years ago I tried to do some simuls just for promotion, and almost like half of my opponents were cheating. Finally I was like, alright, this is ridiculous. And these people are actually paying memberships to go to a chess site and cheat. I mean, I don't understand what you're thinking. Chess OK is Konvetka's Russian server. Interesting. I liked Konvetka. I actually liked that database, Chess Assistant. I had a computer with it and somebody stole it. They stole my laptop from my apartment with my Chess Assistant. I never got it. Never got it again. I actually like Chess Assistant. This is going back to like 2004. I liked it better than ChessBase. But I haven't heard much about them in a long time. Yeah, they own the rights to CT Art. CT Art was created by a Russian trainer, you know. But it wasn't always a program. It was originally Maxime Bloch. He just had books, you know, physical books with his puzzles. I have some hard copies. Okay, this is like a massive positional advantage to white. Blizzard could have played queen d8 there. He didn't want to do that. Positionally, black's in trouble. Tactics by openings. Padron and Tony, welcome. Don't know. Chess Tempo with gold membership. I don't know any others. That would be a cool feature, though. I agree. Black is in some serious trouble here. You call this like almost Zugzwan. Or did he get out of it? You're gonna go there. Maybe I shouldn't have let you do that. I could have played rook c7. Well, whatever. That way. That I never expected. Interesting. I guess I'm just winning a pawn. Not that clear, though. My knight is trapped. This calls for desperate measures. Well, it's not trapped yet, but it will be soon. Knight c8. I can play b4, a5. It's an interesting idea. It's just nothing now. And this is a little bit of a inaccuracy, maybe. a6, b3, bishop b7, rook takes, pawn takes, rook takes, check. Blizzard's amazing in his ability to solve problems tactically from a completely hopeless position. Should have played f5 before. I mean, he's still not sure this is winning, but we have tremendous chances. Maybe it's still a draw. Oh, that's a good maneuver. Oh my god. Just dropped my D pawn. That's embarrassing. It's a good thing he's playing for a win. You have knight h4 check. He resigned. Oh my god, dude. Knight h4 check, let's see. King e4. Knight h4 check. Are you just winning? It's a draw. Yeah, because you have to take with a knight, and I play f5. King f5. That's embarrassing. This is an embarrassingly bad endgame stage. Alright. How much time do we have left? Brad the Brown. I'm going to play until Huga, I guess. The rest of you guys, I don't have time. And I don't want to play the computer again. Thanks. No computers. I like how the computer thanked me for the game. Go crawl back in your hole, computer. Computer cheater guy. All right. During the game, it's not cool. I used to play this move long ago. It's probably not so great. Rook b8 for very subtle reasons. Maybe it's not bad. Take care, Martin Kessler. Padron Antoni, thanks for joining us. Guys, we're going to do a simul on Sunday. I've got a rapid tournament tomorrow I'm playing in, and I'm playing a team game in the Budapest Team Championship on Sunday. But I'll be back for a simul here. Years ago, I used to play this system, but it's been so long. I'm not sure Queen c7 is a good move. Bishop d2 is kind of weird. This is something I played like in the mid-90s. Rook b8, b6, Queen c7, then bishop b7, maybe like remove the rook. Are you trying to play e5 here? Shouldn't really be a problem. I've got to play a good player on Sunday, like a young 2300 who's pretty good. He has to win like 2.5 out of his last 3 rounds in the Budapest Team Championship to make an IM norm. His final IM norm, he needs 2.5 out of 3. The path leads through me, a GM, and one other player. I don't like his chances. You could actually say that white is trading off his own strong point with e5. So it's kind of debatable. Black is equalized, but white remains with a very solid position. Do I have knight e4 now? And how good is it? Again, it looks like it's only good enough for a draw. Knight e4, pawn e4, bishop e5. Black is like 0.1 better after c3. We have a little something there, but I'd rather play for more. Bait him by offering a draw. Yeah, that's actually Alexei Yermolinsky. Years ago, he wrote an article for New in Chess about the art of the draw offer or whatever. Encouraging, you know, it's a well-known psychological ploy. I mean, the problem is, like, I know that he needs an IM norm because his team captain told my team captain. He knows that I know that, you know, I mean, still might have psychological effect to offer a draw, but I mean, it's like playing games. Really well played. Correct game by Rad the Brown. Rad the Brown we only played once before. I don't remember. It's equal, but a little more equal for black. Hanging Pawns? I didn't hear of him. He's like a chess streamer. It's a little kid or something. But I don't really like to make pronouncements on like whether people will be GMs or not. Some sort of chess protege. Well, what's going on now? He's offering up his bishop as a sacrifice to the gods. He could be getting in trouble here. How's your d3 pawn? Now he got d4. No, I'm gonna get me a beer. He got an isolated pawn. And he's in trouble now. It's a guy trying to go full-time, becoming a GM in adult age. Well, I mean, that's cool. I hate when, like, the parents make them chess streamers. I hate pushy chess parents. Like, I don't like to teach kids for that reason. Not because of the kids, because of their parents annoy me so much. It's interesting to see an adult person try to do it, though. That's kind of cool. Something different. So knight b4. We're coming to get you. Coming to get you. I'd rather see an adult do it than a little kid. Honestly. Little kids are so passé. Every little kid is a GM now. I mean, I don't mean to be a hater of little kids, but I mean, I'm generally handing out my rating points like candy. But it's nice to see adults continue with chess. I feel like adults have been turned off to chess majorly, especially by the US Chess Federation in the United States. All they care about is scholastic chess. It generates a lot of money, and at the end it's about money, you know. Scholastic chess is like a huge industry. It just makes me sick. That's why I like lichess. It's just about chess. It's not about turning it into everything, turning it into making it about profit for somebody. So Rad the Brown has played a tough game, but he's I feel like he's going the way of so many others before him. Endgame technique is hard to learn. It takes experience. The best way to learn endgames is just by playing lots, and a few endgame books would help. I mean, even in modern chess, we have Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual, which seems good. Already analyzed this. 21 years. Yeah, that's a good challenge. There's no reason why a person who starts at 21 shouldn't be able to get to GM. They have to have the time to devote to it. You know, the mistake that a lot of people make is that assuming that, you know, over a certain age, that's the reason why you can't get to a certain level. It's not the age itself, it's the way of life that comes with it. I mean, if you're wealthy, you have time, you have devotion, There's no reason an intelligent 21-year-old shouldn't be able to become a chess grandmaster if he really devotes himself to it. You're not too old to do it. You know, even at 40, you're probably not too old to do it. But who has the freedom to do that at 40? All right. Basically, Batman from North Korea. All right. Jim, you have a lot of free time in your hands. Padron Antoni recommends Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual. Also, 100 endgames you must know. I don't know that. Do you know anyone that started as a late age that made it? Yes. The Latvian Grandmaster Mises was around that age when he started, I think. He told me personally. Normas Mises was like 20, 21. Started very, very late. Maybe there's others too. I work like 7 days a week. It's hard to become a GM when you work 7 days a week. What do you think, Jim? Is it a handicap? What is this, the Stonewall attack? I was expecting the Stonewall. But at least I'm doing something that involves chess. Basically like Kali system. Not very ambitious for white, but solid. De la Soul. De la Via, no? No, I'm speaking Hungarian. Jesus de la Via. Who I played in Spain once. I played in the rain on the plains of Spain with Jesus de la Villa. But no, maybe it's a different guy. But De La Silva doesn't sound right. Don't recognize that name. I don't know if this is a good move, actually, D4. Play that a little quick. I could also play C4. Didn't like my pawns there. I don't even remember. I think I played De La Villa in a tournament in Linares. España. Andalusia. When I was not that old. I just timed out Zamora. I meant to click the ban button and made a mistake last time. Apologize, guys. Well, there are those conspiracy theorists who think that's Bob. I honestly don't know, and I don't care. Whoever it is really, really devoted to trolling. You got to give them credit. You could probably do some sort of linguistic analysis and get it down to very low chance of error. Batman. Batman is blockading. Batman. Well, my concern is for the health and future of my pawn on d4. Queen is not a good blockader. Have you heard that expression before? There are certain issues here. I mean, I don't mind this move. But I don't know if it's good or bad. I mean, I'm kind of neutral on it, honestly. Supposedly, the De La Villas Endgame Manual is the only book that Magnus Carlsen's dad ever read. Really? Who has a perfect score against Magnus's dad? Raise your hands. I own Magnus's dad. That's right. Magnus's dad is my whipping boy. Magnus and I got involved in a heated analysis session over my game with Magnus's dad. One day I'll write a story about it. But that little punk was very cocky, but I held my own. I held my own in my Magnus analysis session. This was a long time ago when Magnus was like 25, 50. I didn't even know it was Magnus. I thought it was just some little kid who was like... And we started arguing over like the position. But it slowly dawned on me, like during the analysis session, that the little kid was better than I thought, you know? Like, he's not bad. First I thought he was just like some punk. 1500. But it became apparent he was better than that. So check out North Korea here. North Korea just refuted our whole variation. Alms on best performance ever. What? 2383. What are you talking about? In what? Maybe I have a draw at best here. Supar, man. Supar. I have a draw at best. Drawable for draw. 2383 in the Shield Rapid Arena? Nice. Superman is from North Korea. That's believable. Very tough ending for black here. She's like a minute for the whole game. Good job, Oms. I've never finished the Shield tournament from beginning to end. When Magnus was young, I'm finishing my Magnus story. I didn't know who he was. I mean, I just totally dissed him. I thought he was just like a little kid who was just a random player. But like he was like demonstrating very strong moves, and we were sort of battling back and forth. He was just starting to be famous. It was like 2006. He was a GM, but he was like just got the title, or I didn't think he was there, and because he wasn't playing in the tournament, and he just came to watch his dad play, or so it was just kind of funny. Funny story. I had a similar endgame I held against Arthur Frolov. Very, very poorly played endgame by both sides. 2 pawns down at one point, I think. I mean, the classic endgame is rook pawn and bishop pawn against nothing. Why can't I go here? Does that even help me though? Like king there, check. Actually, it's a pretty good idea. You never heard my Magnus story before? Yeah, it wasn't connected. There was another story where I played Magnus in the same trip, but they were separate incidents. This was the first incident where I analyzed with Magnus, not knowing who he was. But like 2 days later, I played him, and that was a funny story in and of itself. What is the deal with this player? Who is this person? 2033 in classical, 2145 rapid. I played them once before, 5+3, and they lost in 5 moves. Oh, that's not suspicious. What? Oh, brother. Look at that. There's knight h6 in that position. Then I go f5 and black resigns. That's realistic. This is the same player. Okay. That's the same player I played. Weird. Maybe a draw at this point. Is he going to lose on time? All right, dude. What is your deal? He loses on time. It's a draw at this point. But he's very, very polite there to lose on time. All right. Guys, I've got to go soon. I promised to get one more game. Who else is there? I don't know who this is. I don't have time for more guys. I mean, maybe Oms, because he's a subscriber. I'll stick around for one more game against Omzy. But the rest of you guys, I really have to go. We'll be back on Sunday. My last opponent was kind of suspicious. He lost in 6 moves against me in his previous game, and then he plays like a genius and loses on time, lets his clock run out. Okay. Very sportsmanlike. Knight g4. Usually people let their clock run out when they're lost, like not in a drawn position, but when they're lost. That's the worst. I feel better about this one. Super weird. We had the guy today who was a computer, maybe, who thanked me for the game. Well, he lost connection. Yeah, that happens. That happens in North Korea. Surprising frequency. At least you didn't lose a winning position. All right. That's weird. Something about this position. Yes, I had this game with Hungarian I am last year. Same line. He plays it all the time. Maybe bishop e6 is wrong. I think I'm supposed to play h5. No, I can't remember. It's the problem. I can't remember. Big problem. This isn't that great. I remember once when I got food poisoning during a game with Alex Lenderman, I lost a position like this. That was fun. Middle of the game, even not even the middle, like the opening, I was violently ill. And I went to the organizer and asked if I could have like half my entry fee back, because it was the first round of like a 6-round tournament, and I thought like if he lets me have half my entry fee back, I could like maybe use it toward another tournament or something. The guy was such an ass. I've been playing in the guy's tournaments for like 20 years. Wouldn't even consider giving me half my money back. I mean, you know, you gotta be flexible with people if you have a business or something. Any like European organizer I know would have probably agreed. I'm like, look, man. Jim, you can't play simul's anymore? Your mom your mom banned you? No, seriously, like your job just won't permit you to play at that time anymore? Should I move the simuls to a new time or something? Alright, having weird hallucinations. It's an IMSO. It's funny that you mentioned an IMSO, Antony. Social life. Oh god, what is that? You're not a true chess player. What are you talking about? Interesting Nimzo on the board. My king safety is a little bit of an issue. It's still legal to castle either side. Fiesta time for simul's. You have a fiesta. Time is I've got time. The alms will be our last challenge for today. Sorry I can't play bone atrophy and others. Yes. Classic move. A4. Can I win a pawn? No. I mean, I guess I can, right? Like bishop c4. Where is he going? Bishop c4, queen e3, g4. Queen e2, take, queen takes c3. Then he has queen b5 check, but then king f8. I'm not convinced. Convince me. The materialist. Still legal to castle either side. Even my e5 pawn is protected. But this arrangement is a little bit it's a little bit suspicious. Do I dream about chess at night? Who? Asterbate? It's funny, I almost never have chess related dreams. I think I had one. I had one once. I should just castle, right? It's really pretty much a no-brainer. Blunder, no. As long as he can't get in there. This is going to be a little dodgy. But I've got the e4 target to attack. Like rook d3, queen c4. I guess white is just worse. It's hard for him to attack my weakened king side. His knight is also in a really bad position. Yeah, I'd like remember one. You know, I've had dreams where it's like I'm going to a chess tournament or something. I'll put it this way. I've only once had a dream where I thought I saw like a real position in the game. People often ask that question, like, do you ever actually dream about moves? And my answer would be only once. I think I've ever had like an actual dream where I think I'm seeing a literal chess position. Sure, I have dreams like maybe I'm going on a trip to a chess tournament, something like that. It wasn't that long ago, after all those years, that I literally thought I dreamed of a chess move. This is a cool move. Rook f1. I don't know what to do. His plan is clear. F3 or F4. Should I play H5? Seems kind of crazy. This is potentially very dangerous for me. Fortunately, I have a lot more time than my opponent. I was tempted to play like h5, g3, but then I thought he might play f4 anyway. But it was critical. He does it anyway. Was critical before. All right. Critical. Queen is good here. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You stay there. All right, now we got him. Now we got him. The outpost. Die already. Just die already. Nah. How do I finish him off? Maybe we have better. Check and rook h8. Ooh. That's painful. All right, good game. Alms. Last one. Alms coming fresh off his rapid shield. I should have played in the rapid shield. Actually, what was the time control for rapid shield Alms? Finale. Extra long stream. Yeah, I mean, I got to play 10 plus 5 with increment. Tomorrow I'm playing 10 plus 5. I mean, over the board rapid tournaments don't have sudden death. They should make the rapid shield like 10 plus 5 or something. Are there any like tournaments on lichess? Any rapid tournaments with increment at all? The yearly rapid, is that 10 plus 0 too? Am's playing classical. You play classical? H3? I thought you played G3. I'm forgetting now. Everybody else plays G3. Petrosian system, of course, because you're doing the... So silly of me. 15 plus 15. That's excessive increment. I'm sorry, Alms, I forgot you do the Palliser repertoire. I really have no original ideas here. Ouch. Hit my funny bone. Somehow in an awkward way. Yeah, okay, Alms must know this pretty well. We never had a King's Indian. We must have once, like when you first started playing me. I used to play the King's Indian exclusively, but it's just too hard. I mean, I don't want to give like title players a space advantage with black every game. And I never scored well against Trojan. I actually played it with white sometimes. I've played almost every kind of King's Indian with white. I think I've tried almost every major variation. I lost to George Danner in Las Vegas. in a tournament, in a national open, I remember. In this line. It was very popular to play Petrush's system in the 90s with Kramnik and Kasparov. Danner played the same way. He played 92 and delayed castling. Your former instructor is immortal? You mean Kramnik? Is that Bob making new accounts? Who's your former instructor's immortal? Gerasimos? A3? Banned. Oh, you posted it. I just didn't understand. I thought you were responding to something I said. All right, let me try something unusual here. That looks like a bad move. That's a bad move. I don't like c5. Acerbate. This is incorrect. Incorrect King's Indian in the house. If Andy Soltis was dead, he'd be rolling over in his grave right now. But he's not. Oh, thank you for taking on c6, man. I can't thank you enough. I think my position is extremely dubious if you just leave it like it is. But I don't think you should take, unless you have something that I don't see. Maybe you have something good that I don't see. But I don't think that that's a good idea here. It's not horrible or anything, but honestly, I feel like white should have an advantage some other way. Maybe like g4. Maybe you should just go. Maybe it's not that easy though, frankly. It's just not easy for Oms to decide how to play. It's all fun and games till somebody loses an eye. But I could see this going bad, going south for black. I was happy he took, but he's got this Sarawon thing. He still has ideas. There. Maybe rook b8. I wish I had more time. That's why I hate playing the King's Indian. Any kind of closed positions in Blitz. Just don't have enough time to play the position properly. It's so complicated. I know what I don't want to have happen. What if I play like last game, g5, bishop g3, h5? Same treatment every single game. All right, well, at least we slowed him down. It's like this. Gotta play this at some point. You're not getting control of d5. Like unanswerable control of d5 here. It's not happening. Maybe this is a mistake. Such patient play. Man, this is a crazy position. Now he's just better. It almost turned into a normal King's Indian. I failed to find a good plan, and he just sticks to this very one-dimensional. Chugging along the same old. Nothing I could do about it. The difference in the game is that Ams has a plan and I don't. He has a sort of theme. We'll send you some money, man. I've got a bank account in Nigeria. Then you can subscribe. Just give me your bank account. Give me your bank account number. We'll send you some money, then you can subscribe. I'm just kidding. Don't worry about it. No need to subscribe. It's purely optional. So, okay, man, it's the King's Indian now. I mean, I guess the moral of the story is that maybe we have okay King's Indian. Classical style. It doesn't really happen that often in the Petrosian variation that black gets like the classic kingside attack, but we have something simulating that. The bishop d1 may have been a good defensive move by white here. But he's got the positional plan. We're threatening g4. I don't know, is it a threat or not? He is not playing that game. I get it now. He's changing his plan to undermining my knight on d4. Wow. Wow. You know what? Screw it. Have a protect pass pawn. Good luck. Talk to you next week. I'm not going to be here for the end game. We're not here for the end game. We're going to be here for the middle game only. Hopefully. Middle games only. Okay, now he didn't get his protected pass pawn. He's got just a square instead. Hello. Is this the king side? Damn it. Why am I never allowed to have any fun? Been so long since I played the King's Indian. He goes back. OMG. That was a crazy game, dude. Classic Kings Indian sort of stuff going on there. I don't know. That was wild. I don't know what was happening. It's easier to play the black side of those kingside attacks than it is to play white, though. I know that's the one thing I know. Certainly in a blitz game, I hate to play the white side of classical Kings Indian. You know, I mean, the worst that can happen to me is that you get a queenside advantage. You could get mated on the king side, so d takes c6 should not have been played. Yeah, I think that's wrong. I think you gave me a lot of freedom with that. But it's a plan. D takes c6. c5 seems wrong. It was played by Lothar Vogt. It doesn't seem like a good move, though. White is slightly better here. Standard position. Queen e8 is normal move. That's how I lost to George Danner. Queen e8. Anyway, guys, I will see you later. Have a great time this weekend. I'll see you on Sunday for a simul. And that's about it for today. So, simul 6:30 CET on Sunday. Be here. Jim, I'm sorry you can't make it. You can get an absentee ballot. All right. See you later. Bye-bye, guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks for playing. Bye-bye.